And when someone does sex magic on me, I'm fucking with it. I have to. I have no choice.
Yeah. I'm just fucking along for the ride. And it's a ride.
And and I'm riding.
I'm riding. Yeah, you're getting pegged, actually. That's the sex magic.
Yeah. That was the real magic the whole time. Pegging.
Magic of pegging.
Oh, risque.
Thank God I hit record right before we started that bit.
Yeah.
So it's all on,
in the public record.
It's on
now.
camera.
On camera. Hot mic. Hot mic.
Hot mic. The pegging sex tape is recorded.
Sorta Sorcery boys caught talking about pegging.
Yeah. Who would have thought from them?
Who would have thought? Those two upstanding gentlemen. Those two nice boys.
Never said anything crass.
Yeah, just the worst stuff you've ever heard in your entire life.
It's the most disgusting content.
That's
on
what you listen for. If you're still listening, that's you're in. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, if you've made it this far, if you've made it past the titular Conan episode.
Yeah, I mean honestly, this is a new era for the podcast.
Yeah,
really.
It's post Conan. Everything now is post Conan.
Yeah. And hey, you're a real fan, you know. Or you just I don't know. It came on.
Yeah, or you just have nothing else to do.
Does like Spotify autoplay podcasts?
It does.
I feel like,
it does. Yeah.
As it should, honestly.
Yeah, you just stop listening to like Freakonomics or like Hidden Brain, whatever NPR podcast you normally listen to.
And now you're listening to this.
And this just came on.
Alternatively, the other group of people who just got done listening to like the Joe Rogan Experience. You're also here.
Right. You're also here, yeah.
Everyone funnels
all roads
in.
lead to Sorta Sorcery.
Yeah, because we have a little bit of everything, you know.
We do, yeah. Something for everyone.
We talk about important stuff like an NPR podcast, and then we're also weirdly horrible in like a lot of other ways, like the Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah,
somewhere in between.
I didn't want to say any of the specific ways that I find that kind of deplorable.
Well, let me just say generally, I'm going to make a non-specific statement.
Yeah, we're just bad guys.
We may be bad guys, but we don't. We do think that the Egyptians built the pyramids.
That's true.
We do think
at
they
the
did.
very least we think that.
Yeah.
Do I think the aliens built Stonehenge?
Probably.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
And you can't explain it any other way.
How would those white people be able to stack those stones?
They couldn't do it.
It doesn't make sense.
The lines are too straight. The angles.
I saw a funny YouTube short.
Right. Where you get most of your news.
I get most of my news. But it was talking about like the Ancient Aliens TV channel or TV show.
Oh yeah.
And it's
the History Channel, quote unquote History Channel one. Yeah.
And it's like all of these different like people of color. None of them could have actually done this stuff. You know, they must have been aliens. But it's like it never points out like white people for any of this stuff. So it's like maybe the aliens just don't like white people.
I would honestly buy it.
Yeah,
they're just like kind of freaked out by them.
Why are those guys so pale? They look kind of like us because we're like gray and stuff. Like not really, you know.
We're the proto aliens.
Yeah. And that's the real conspiracy. White people are just
right. We're not from this planet.
Extraterrestrial. Yeah.
We're ETs.
I mean, if you saw Will right now, you'd see his super long finger.
Yeah.
It's glowing.
I'm shooting a green beam from my finger. Throwback to all the different movies that have had green beams.
God, I love a green beam.
A green beam, yeah.
And you'd think this movie would be like prime green beam territory.
Yeah, right? I don't know. Well, we have a demon witch lady who, she shoots fire from her finger at one point.
Yeah, but it's like she should be doing green beams.
I think the green beam is a lot more effective.
Every
it's very direct.
Self-respecting like witch lady has had a green beam so far, besides
or
her.
been green beamed.
Or green, yeah, it's true. Yeah, green beamed, got finger,
finger blasted.
Finger blasted.
Oh, by Sean Connery. That is honestly,
dude. I want a shirt that says "Finger Blasted" by Sean Connery.
And on the back, it's just his character from the Green Knight, green beaming.
Oh God, we should make that.
We could actually make.
We could make that. Okay,
you know, we're gonna circle back to this. We will be making that shirt.
Don't worry. Sometime that shirt will be in circulation.
Don't you worry. We're gonna get right on it. But first, we have business to attend to.
For now, we gotta get through, or we gotta talk about.
Hey, we have the pleasure of speaking on
this beautiful film, Kull the Conqueror.
Yeah, Kull the Conqueror.
Kull the Conqueror.
Conqueror. I hardly even know her.
Yeah, nice. That was good.
Sorry, I was waiting on that.
And so you know we gotta let's get into it.
yeah. Let's just start it off right.
We're just two buddies discussing fantasy. Oh God, it's Sorta Sorcery.
I don't know.
So we start with 3 Universal credits.
Awesome.
Which is always a great way to
I wonder
start
who
a film.
made this movie.
Well, Rafaela de Laurentiis.
Ooh.
Produced it. Who also produced the last movie, which is interesting. And maybe
Maybe
she
there's
had some
something to that,
expectations,
honestly.
about this movie doing similar things as the last one. Reigniting a genre. No, it won't do that. Oh, maybe. Who knows?
Hey, it could have been.
So we get some just incomprehensible exposition at the very beginning. A lot of place names. Atlantis is involved.
Isn't it always?
Isn't it always?
Honestly, by now, I feel like we should have a base of Conan world knowledge.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Conan 2011.
That's true.
We've seen OG Conan. And now we've seen this. So the pieces should be falling into place.
That's
you know?
true, yeah.
Atlantis, Acheron.
Acheron comes back in a big way.
I don't remember the point of Acheron in this film.
Acheron is like the ancient empire that they want to.
Right.
That she wants. The bad guys want to bring back.
So which one is Alabar?
Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah. Alabar is somewhere off distant. Yeah. In Conan 2011, what was the deal with Acheron?
Same thing. I think they were trying to
It was
like
also an
revive.
ancient empire?
Ancient Empire. They were trying to revive it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm with
So
it,
it's actually these
It's all
movies
very
are
coherent
really
and cohesive.
keeping the narrative straight.
Yeah. So all you need to know from this exposition is that there's this flame from godless times that's like
Awesome.
supposed to be used as a reminder. We're so enlightened now. Look at this light that we have, the fire.
Yeah, look at that.
Guitar riff.
We don't need
Kevin
It is
Sorbo.
1997.
Kevin Sorbo's fighting. He's fighting a bunch of guys.
Yeah, he is. Looks
and
good doing it too.
He has a big ol' axe. He looks cool. He looks sick. All the the two Kull fans in the audience on opening day of this film were like,
Dude, they're creaming themselves.
That's his axe. He already has his axe. That's awesome.
That's the Kull axe.
That's the famous Kull axe. Yeah, let's see if he keeps it, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's see if
Don't get too
let's see if
excited.
he has it for the rest of the movie.
Jimbo.
Yeah, his name was probably Jimbo. Fucking nerd.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that. Whatever.
Whatever 90s names were.
Yeah. So there's this guy Taligaro who's the leader of this group that Kull's fighting. Like he holds up his hand. He's like, "All right, enough, men." Everybody stops. Kull's like, "Am I part of your team now?
Can I come with you guys?
Can I join?" And Taligaro's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, but first you got to do this trial."
Awesome.
So you know what
We
you
love
do
a good
whenever you
trial.
want to test a man. Get a blindfold on him.
Yeah.
Hand him a sword because obviously the axe is a barbarian's weapon. He can't be having
Not a nobleman's weapon.
Not a nobleman's weapon. Blindfolded. They have swords. Set the sword on fire.
Yeah.
Now
just the tip though.
Just the tip of the. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. And if your tip is on fire, consult a doctor.
Yeah, right. That's you got to see somebody about that.
Yeah. Chlamydia.
And you have the clap. Boom.
You've got the clap. It's the nobleman's disease.
That's right.
And yeah, like they have this fight.
Little water duel.
And like, Kull kind of nicks him a little bit, and all the men like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome." Taligaro kind of gets in his feelings. Kull sees this.
Yeah.
Doesn't see it because he's blindfolded, but
he's an empath.
senses this.
Yeah.
And then he throws the fight, I guess.
I don't know why.
Well,
he
he
did
loses
that,
the
to be
fight.
honest.
Yeah, like I don't know. Yeah, I
guess it's
rationalized it
unclear.
by like Kull realized this guy's a sore loser and didn't want to like step on any toes.
Didn't want to piss him off.
Didn't want to piss him off. But whatever. Regardless, Kull loses. And right as that happens, this guy on horseback rides in. He's like a messenger boy. He says, "Hurry! We have to get to the castle. The king is slaughtering his heirs."
Awesome.
He's slaughtering his heirs.
Why is he slaughtering his heirs?
Yeah.
Immediately, so many questions come to mind.
Because, like, why did this messenger, he was there. He was in the castle.
Fuck, he's slaughtering the heirs.
I got to get out of here.
I got to go.
Yeah.
I got to go find
can't
Taligaro.
stop the king.
Well, only Taligaro can stop the king, of course.
Yeah, and, we rock up in there, Kull's with the group for some reason.
Yeah, well, they all hop on horseback, and they ride away, and they leave Kull.
And Kull doesn't have a horse.
No.
I guess he ran after them.
Yeah, I mean, he's an athlete.
He's an athlete.
Natural-born winner.
I mean, look at him. Look at Kevin Sorbo in 1997. He looks
and
good.
by the way, he did not. It was an actual note for the film and the trivia that he did not wax or shave at all for this role, his torso, much like his role in Hercules.
Is that what he's covered for the whole time?
Yeah, because when you see him without a shirt on, he looks like he's covered, but it's really just hair.
Oh yeah, his thick bush. Yeah,
his thick bush.
Well,
he's an
all-natural
kind of guy.
I don't know if bush is something that is applied to other parts of the body.
He could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
And he really did it. The king, he really did kill all his heirs.
Yeah,
they're all strewn about.
Well, it's so funny because like one heir challenges him and he kills that guy. Reasonable.
Yeah. I guess.
And he's like, so I also just killed the rest of them.
To save them the disappointment.
Yeah.
But it's like king, at some point you're gonna die, and someone's gonna have to carry on.
At some point you're gonna die,
and someone is gonna have to carry on.
That's
the
right.
line.
That's right.
So yeah, the king, like, steps up, and Kull steps up to him for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't really remember, because I guess the king is gonna strike down Teligaro, and Kull steps in, in the middle.
Maybe I feel like Teligaro was gonna kill the king.
I could see that,
but I don't know. Yeah, Kull just gets in the way.
Yeah, or whatever happens, Kull gets in the way. And then they have a little fight. And at one point, like, the king, he's like, he kind of calms down. He's like, all right, I'll pardon you. Okay, I mean, I'm a reasonable guy.
Hey, I'll let you live.
I'll let you live.
You fought well.
You look around, you see the strewn about bodies of his kinsmen. But he's a chill guy. He's a normal guy.
Yeah, he's a normal. Yeah.
Ha! He strikes at him.
Amazing.
Yeah. Which
I just.
Grievous special.
I love the Grievous special. Any villain who's like, okay, you know what? Fight's over. Stop fighting. Hiya! You know, whips around. It's just brilliant.
But it doesn't work. Kull drops down, stabs him in the stomach.
Yeah. Oops, killed the king moment.
Well, did he kill the king?
Hey.
Everybody's really, like, upset. They're like, oh, you killed the king.
Oh, fuck. Kull, what did you do?
All the noblemen are stepping up. Well, I have the best, claim to the throne. I'll be the king.
Yeah, immediately Teligara's like, well, thank God I'm left.
Yeah, exactly. And then the king, he's like, oh, I'm not quite dead yet. And with my dying breath, I declare that Kull shall be king.
King Kull.
By your axe, you shall conquer, Kull. And well, I guess not by his axe,
right?
But, he'll get to that.
He'll get the axe back.
And yeah, Kull's the king.
Awesome.
And he
sauce.
just seems very, like, unfazed by these happening.
I don't know if it's the acting. It's probably the acting.
Yeah, well, I think
I don't know why I asked that stupid
I
question.
think
It is the acting.
And it's just he's not a very dynamic actor.
No.
So he just got his, like, kind of one facial expression. He's just, like, kind of smarmy throughout the movie. He's like,
It's kind of like Teligaro too. He's always, like, smiling as he delivers his lines.
Yeah.
He's just constantly smiling.
It's Battle of the Smarm here.
Smarms. Who's the smarmiest?
So yeah, Kull gets introduced to his harem. Because we had to have one of those in this movie.
I mean, well, the bingo. We had to have one of those for the bingo.
Because they knew that we had a bingo. And there's this, like, astrology, like, seeing lady. She has, like, tarot cards, like, circular tarot cards.
Awesome.
And Kull's like, oh, I know that one. And it's like, do you, Kull?
We go way back.
Well, how? Oh, I guess. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know how you would know her.
Well, he's had adventures in these lands.
Yeah, I suppose so. And I guess that's why. And he knows from her, actually.
Yeah.
Like, she told him a while back that, like, she read his future and she was like, oh, you're gonna be the king someday.
Maybe that's why he pulled up.
Maybe that's why he's not fazed by anything. I guess that makes sense. It makes as much sense as anything else.
Yeah, right.
And apparently at some point he sexually harassed this woman.
Yeah. And it's played for laughs.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things are played for laughs.
Hey, but this Kull guy, he's actually a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy because he doesn't want to forcibly have sex with her.
He doesn't take it too far.
Yeah, he'll only forcibly have sex with her through, like, his own strength, not through, like, state power or anything.
Right, no, he would never use the levers of power. Well, he knows what it's like to be a slave himself.
As we see from the, shot of his back with, like, whip marks on it. And then him saying that he was a
galley slave
so
for 5 years.
So, they say, oh, show don't tell. What about showing and tell?
Yeah, hey,
how about
show
that?
And tell.
Show and tell simultaneously.
Come on.
In case your audience is
remember kindergarten.
Very stupid and dumb. And yeah, she's like seeing his future now. She's laying out the cards. She says, oh, well, the fate of your kingdom will be sealed with a kiss.
Ooh. I like.
Mysterious. What does that mean?
Kiss me now.
Yeah, he grabs her and kisses her. It's funny.
It's funny.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't like this. And I'll have sex with you, but, like, don't mistake my compliance for enthusiasm. I'm your slave." And he's like, "Oh, well, I'll free the slaves. With my first act as king, I shall free the slaves."
Go home, everybody.
Which, I mean, Conan 2011 had to have been inspired by this film, right?
Yeah.
Like, just
definitely,
yeah. Which I guess that makes sense why they're both, like, really shitty and bad. Which, not to spoil my thoughts.
I love that these directors, right, in their minds, like, how do we reform these stories that are for, like, a different cultural age? Well, I know. Instead of making the movie better, let's just have him be like, a little bit softer on like the sexual assault.
Sure.
And also not like slavery. And that's it. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Don't change anything else.
Yeah, and it results in all of these protagonists being like men outside of time in some sense, which is, I don't know, interesting. But yeah, he tries to free the slaves. I should have said before.
Well, there are thousands of years of tradition upholding slavery. Okay.
Yeah, there's this like huge tablet in the throne room that's like Hammurabi's code.
Yeah, it's
just
Hammurabi's code.
And this like vizier like guy,
eunuch,
the eunuch Varys from Game of Thrones is like, oh well, you see, this tablet has been in power for thousands of years, and it says, well, slavery's chill, so
it says we like slaves, so
we gotta keep it.
I mean, come on.
I can argue with the tablet.
It's on the tablet. You see it, I see it. It's right there.
We can both read these hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
That's the next guy.
And, I don't know. Can Kull read?
No, I mean he shouldn't be able to.
Shouldn't be able to.
Barbarian. They can't do much.
No.
But yeah, Kull in the time acquiesces.
Yeah, I like how he is undeterred when he hears that. It's like, it's on the tablet. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, everybody, come back. Assume your prior roles.
He doesn't just like decree that he's freeing the slaves. He specifically says to like a room full of slaves.
Yeah, go home.
You specifically are. Hey boy, where are you from? The first guy's like, well, I live here.
I was born in the palace.
Like, well, okay, you can stay here, but you're gonna get paid. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Aquilonia, sir.
Don't you want to go home, boy? Yes, sir.
They're in Aquilonia now, but name some other fucking fantasy place. I'm from there.
I'm from Middle Earth.
Go home. I'm from the Shire.
South Farthing.
But then, I guess they had to have a really uncomfortable HR meeting about the slaves not actually being free. Everybody has to come back, resume their stations. So the next thing he tries, the Great Reformer, Kull. He's walking through the city. He sees this guy about to be like burned at the stake. And he's like, "What have you done? What is your crime?" I was just trying to speak the truth of my heart and my religion and my beliefs.
Weird religion.
Yeah, and he thinks that like the fire is
bad or something.
Yeah, the fire's bad.
Yeah, I guess he's a Volca truther.
He's a Volca truther, and there's this like fire in like the middle of the city that's been burning since ancient times.
Yeah,
and I guess people praise it.
It's unclear what like the average person in this city does.
What they believe
in Volusia,
because they really just
what they think or believe.
Cheer for anything.
Nobody.
They're like Comic-Con fans. They'll just cheer whatever you put something up on the jumbotron. They're gonna cheer.
And honestly, that might be the most realistic interpretation. I feel like because in ancient times, like, why would I care if there's some new king, some random barbarian shows up, becomes my king? It's like, all right. What are his policies? What
are his policies?
And they're not bad.
Yeah, no, he's pretty
religious
good.
freedom.
Religious freedom. He's like, you person with a different religion, you shall go free. Uncapture this man and send him away. Send him on his way.
Strapping young lad.
The strapping young lad smacks him on the ass on his way out.
We love Kull.
So yeah, he's free, and everyone's like, yay! They all cheer. Religious liberty.
Yes,
we love it.
We love it.
Kull gets crowned. More yays, more cheers.
Yeah, more yays.
Until crowd gets cut off by this. These people supposed to be Kull's men, but they attack him. And they try to kill him. Kull obviously doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
He's
too good, man. He's too fucking good.
And like Taligaro kills one of the guys, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Stares evilly at Kull while he does it. That's weird.
He grimaces and
don't
smolders.
know how that happened.
They were spies from Camoria. All right.
Yeah, all right.
And even Kull kind of hits him with a
Yeah. Oh, were they?
Yeah. Were they spies from Camoria? All right. You come with the Kull, you better not.
Yeah, you better not miss.
Kull tries to set the seer lady free, but she likes his steez too much.
Yeah, I do.
She's
like, steezed up.
And I don't know, probably 15 minutes have passed in like film time.
Right.
And it's still like, I mean, I'm watching this and I'm like, why would you want to stay, lady? Leave.
I don't know.
Get out of here.
I would leave.
She gives some excuse. She's like, oh, well, it's lonely.
So it's lonely.
It's lonely at the top being the king.
Yeah.
You're going to need somebody looking out for you.
Somebody who knows the ways of court or whatever.
He's like, all right, cool.
But, I mean, fits with my plan.
Yeah.
To make you fall in love with me.
And maybe it's already worked.
Yeah, no, she's already in love with
she's
Kull.
already.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Sorbonator.
Yeah. I mean, the irresistible animal magnetism.
Yeah.
The Sorb. Get absorbed in the sword.
Absorbed in the sword.
That was the tagline for this movie. This is a Sorta Sorcery film.
Oh yeah, it was a Sorta Sorcery podcast.
Sorta Sorcery.
Sorta Sorcery.
I like that. I
That's
like
good.
that. So yeah, there's you've seen this scene a billion times. All the bad guys all meet in like this shadowy
they
location.
Have their bad guy meet up. How are we gonna get rid of this Kull guy?
Taligaro's like, well, wait. So why did you guys send me here? Another guy's like, well, I thought you sent me here.
Then who am I?
And you didn't send me here, and I didn't send me here, and who's that guy? And where are we? What's that goblin doing
what the
there?
Fuck? That's that beast, that inhuman beast.
What's that inhuman beast doing there?
There is a goblin, yeah, he's just hanging out.
He's a goblin man. And he's hanging out with his buddy Inaros. Inaros, the one who's like summoned them all here.
He's like a fire wizard.
Yeah, I guess he's a fire wizard. He praises the fire.
Yeah.
And he has this plan to like trap Kull. And I thought that they meant like in a cage.
Yeah, right. Like maybe they trap him in fetters or something.
Fetters. They meant like entrapment. They meant a honeypot.
Yeah. Yeah. The ancient tactic.
And yeah, so he explains that whole thing, and then he like walked into this dungeon, and like there's this coffin. He uncovers it, and just Nosferatu is in there.
Hilarious.
Just a desiccated husk.
Yeah.
And I guess it's an ancient sorceress.
Yeah, why not, right?
The ancient sorceress queen of jacking off and
jacking off and yeah, right. She is some kingdom that's not even Acheron.
No,
something
it's like
else.
it's I don't know. It's gibberish.
It means nothing at all to me.
I like that this movie is where we're starting to draw the line.
Yeah, right. Everything else made perfect sense.
Etymologically, yeah. Well, yeah. At least for like Beastmaster, it was all just like Mesopotamia, but
right.
The words were slightly exactly, yeah. But yeah, so you know what you do when you want to bring back an ancient sorceress of Jagenblad and Flagading.
Yeah.
You put blood on a knife, noble blood, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's like her blood, right? Because there's a vial of blood in her breast pocket.
So yeah, I guess it was her blood.
Pocket.
So he could have done this at any point.
Yeah. Well, he was waiting on the geopolitical situation to be right.
Right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he puts blood on the knife, stabs the knife into the sacred flame. This causes a goblin moon.
Yes, of course.
As
Step 3, goblin moon.
And I guess I should explain what a goblin moon means. It's like, imagine the moon, but it's like red.
Okay.
And there's like a goblin's face in it. It's like a yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, imagine. You don't have to imagine it. I mean, I feel like we laid it out pretty clear.
And Nosferatu's hot now. She's a hot lady.
Thank God, dude.
Named Akivasha.
Yes.
She's like a ginger lady, but also Asian. And
yeah, you know what? This film, diverse film.
Diverse film. Well, 1997.
That's what I love about this.
We had discovered minorities at this point.
Apparently, Akivasha is also an actual minor character from a Conan novel.
Yeah.
The Hour of the Dragon.
I believe that. I mean, this seems a lot more like based in like whatever the comics.
Yeah,
and, like,
it seems like it
was.
Stuff. Yeah.
To no avail, it seems.
No.
But yeah, I mean, they want to destroy the world, bring back Acheron, the ancient empire. Maybe it'll work. Who knows?
Yeah, I believe it.
Kull's got to get married. We gotta, give him some heirs and stuff. So he sees one lady, and she's like, supposed to be impressive and cool and stuff. He's like, oh, okay, she's cool, whatever, I don't care.
Let's go.
Sees another lady. It's Akivasha. And he's entranced automatically. But then just to sweeten the deal, she uses
she's the voice
Bene Gesserit tricks on him. Yeah, and it is literally, it's the scene with like Margot Fenring and Phaedratha. It's just like magic seduction.
You want to pick me?
And it works. I feel like she didn't need to do that.
Yeah, it works so well.
I don't think she needed to do that, but it worked anyway.
Awesome.
So yeah, he's under her thrall. And
he's under her as well.
He's under her. But first there's like this banquet kind of thing to like announce their marriage. And like this seer lady is there, and Kull's like, oh, Zaretta, that's her name. We didn't say her name, but her name's Zaretta. Zaretta, come over here and give us some...
Are you reading for our happy marriage?
Reading for our happy marriage. all right, I guess you do that if you have an astrology.
Yeah, right. I mean, she still has her 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly. That's her night job. So yeah, she's reading the cards. She's like, This is the destiny you choose. It's the death card.
The death card?
And it's like a skull with a snake weaving through it.
Stupid, ridiculous. Not metaphorical at all. Yeah. It's just the death card.
It's like there's a death card in like tarot, but it's like more figurative and like it can mean good things or bad things. It's just kind of a general like
you would think
ending of
there
things.
would have to be some interpretation needed.
Yeah. No.
Elsewise, I can just do the reading myself.
Well, yeah, because it's like, why would it be such like a definitive thing?
Yeah.
Anytime this card comes up, it just literally means death. Yeah, fuck. All right. And also wrong. You're wrong about it.
You're also wrong. Yeah.
I guess she's whatever. She's upset. She's in her feelings because she loves Kull.
Yeah. Well, he's a taken man now, which increases the allure.
Yeah. And she like he kind of blows it off. He walks away. She like grabs his shoulder and scratches him a little bit with her nails.
Yeah.
And everyone's about to just kill her because of that. And he's like, "Oh no, it's chill.
It's
let
chill.
her
It's
be."
chill.
And then hey, they get to getting it on, Kull and Akibasha. The electric guitar doesn't play during this, but it does.
But I would have liked it to.
And the sex was so good it killed him.
Yep, that's right. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead now.
Yeah, she does some magic on him, and
he was like drugged or something, right? I don't know.
Or something.
The
Akibasha starts yelling and screaming and stuff, and she blames it on Zaretta, who is given a less affectionate nickname
for the rest of the movie.
They only couldn't even say they call her like just the whore because that's I guess her occupation.
Yeah.
And so they're blaming her. She's public enemy number one.
You gotta go get her. In the meantime, we gotta have Kull's funeral. All the townspeople are there, and it's like, I feel like we just crowned this guy. Literally, like yesterday, we crowned this king.
Yeah.
We were at his wedding hours ago. Hours ago.
Now he's dead. It's the barbarians.
Damn.
They shine bright, but they burn out fast.
They do. They do.
So yeah, he's alive, as you would expect from a movie that has his name in it.
Yeah.
And her whole plan is like she was gonna kill him, but then the sex was so good, so she wants.
Yeah, that's not even a joke. We're not doing a bit.
No, that's literally
the reason why she doesn't kill him.
Yeah, and it's like I guess, I suppose Kevin Sorbo, irresistible.
Yeah,
that's the thesis of this movie.
Yeah,
and for whatever reason, she offers him this deal to like sleep with me, be with me, marry me, be my king, and we can rule together. We can have limitless power, and of course, I'm taking the deal.
Every time I'm taking the deal.
And he doesn't. He's like, I would rather die.
Now, here's the thing, though. Yeah. Something happens at the end. Let's just say she doesn't stay in this mortal
he
form
doesn't know
for long.
He doesn't know that.
I guess he doesn't know that at the time.
Yeah, so like we don't really know anything about Kull's character that would inform him to not take this deal.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like because he took the deal of being the king.
Yeah, he did want to be king.
He clearly has no problems with power. I don't know why he would not do this now. It doesn't quite make sense. But then when he's like, I would rather die, she's like, okay, then I'll just destroy the whole world, and you're going to die with it.
Yeah, tough luck, buddy. Tough luck.
So like the goblin guy from earlier is given orders to kill Kull, and they all walk out of the room, as villains often do whenever they're about to fuck up royally.
Leaving their worst minion in a room with Kevin Sorbo.
So like just shenanigans occur, and he gets out and he kills the goblin.
No.
But like, I don't even want to explain the mechanisms by which this happens. But all you need to know is he gets out.
Yeah, the goblin is hoisted by his own petard.
Yeah, well, he's hoisted by a petard.
He's hoisted by somebody's petard.
Yeah, he gets hung, hanged.
Hanged.
Yeah. Kull's hung. This guy's hanged.
Yeah, very important distinction there.
So whatever, Zaretta earlier was talking to the guy who got freed, like the religious zealot guy.
Yeah.
And he's apparently Zaretta's brother.
Why not, man?
Or at least he has
Why not?
some involvement with Zaretta. We don't know what it is yet. But whatever.
Yeah, it's
We're supposed to believe that like they're hooking up and stuff. I don't know what effect that would have on the audience, but we're supposed to believe that. And they're having he catches up with this guy. Like, Kull and this guy are talking.
Yeah.
And he's giving them the exposition dump. And he's like, "Whoa, well, your bride is over 3,000 years old."
He told me she was 19. What? 3,000?
3,000?
She told me she was barely legal.
Wait, so you take my age, divided by 2, add 7. Where's 3,000 there? Yeah.
God, it just... What was the best case scenario for them with this joke landing? Kull, you card.
Oh, you wish she was 19, buddy.
Yeah, right? Is that the idea? Yeah. Gross, she's old.
Yeah.
I thought she was basically a minor.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I thought she was freshly not 18.
What are you talking about?
She was freshly legal.
Dude. It was the 90s.
It was the 90s. Well, really almost not the 90s.
Yeah, it was basically the 2000s.
It was 1997. It was the 2000s. But whatever.
I don't know.
They're hiding and they're sneaking around and they get pissed and farted on by a camel.
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
No, they do. They do.
Yeah, they do.
And for the rest of the scene, like when they're like sneaking around and stuff, everyone's always like, "Do you smell something? Something smells bad."
It smells like camel pissing shit over here.
Someone smells like camel piss and fart. Who's doing that? And it's like, yeah, okay, that's funny.
Yeah, hilarious. Hey, you know what? That's hilarious. You don't get it. It's hilarious.
Kull sneaks into like the pyre, like in the funeral. He lays on his like.
Yeah, he replaces his body double.
Yeah, like they got a fake Kull, but he gets in the thing actually, and they're gonna like display the body and like burn it. But he gets on the pyre, and like they're gonna carry it out to like the town square, and then like Kull hops off of it and starts like indiscriminately killing people.
Yeah, he does.
And he's like wearing a helmet and stuff, like he's masked.
But even then, it's like they thought that was Kull's body. So isn't the first thing you would assume, Kull's come back to life?
But he's wearing the same armor as like a lot of other dudes just around. So maybe people just think, some guy is on Kull. I feel like you wouldn't automatically assume that like it's
But if
Kull's
you're nearby,
dead body
you see him jump up.
reanimated.
And you're like, wow. Who's that?
Yeah, but like crucially, he is masked. You can't see his face.
Yeah.
So you would just assume it's some other guy. I don't know. And that's what the guards do because they all try to kill him. Yeah. And he just stays masked for this whole scene for whatever reason. Kull and Taligaro duel set to more rock music. And Zaretta just hits him on the head with the helmet.
Interrupts the duel. Come on.
Interrupts the duel.
Now, you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
While practicing these fight scenes, Kevin Sorbo, he cut himself multiple times with a dull prop sword. And at his request, the producers gave him a rubber sword.
Nice.
Because he kept fucking up the fight scenes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger received like actual like sword training and shit for Conan, and now you get this and the fights are bad. Like, they're really not bad. They don't look good.
They're really bad. Movie. Well, it's a PG-13 movie, so there's not that much violence.
Yeah.
Like there's not really blood ever.
Yeah, and when there is, it just looks weird and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but they get out. They're safe.
Thank God for that.
And from here, we must sail north and find the Isle of Ice and bring back the breath of Valka.
Can you imagine if that was only the first act?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and what's Zaretta's brother's name? It's like Agamemnon.
It's something. It's like Escalante or something. But,
yeah.
It's Ascalante.
Ascalante. Yeah. Ascalante.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's saying that they have to find the breath of Valka. Kull's like, that's just a myth. It's obviously not.
No, clearly it's not a myth.
Yeah, you got seduced by a demon lady. Let's
be real here.
Let's be real.
The world's a wide place.
So before they sail off to find the Isle of Ice, they have to start the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
We're gonna get about 20 minutes of Pirates of the Caribbean.
So Kull meets up with his old friend Captain Barbossa.
Yep.
Gay Captain Barbossa.
Yeah. And his name is Juba for some reason.
His name's Juba. And I'm saying Captain Barbossa. He speaks exactly like Captain Barbossa.
But
I want to say, when the scene started and we walk into this like pirate shanty town, I turned to Will and I said, how funny would it be
if it was just Captain Barbossa?
If it was just Captain Barbossa. And it was. And it
really was.
I guess Captain Barbossa is just kind of like a pirate archetype.
Yeah.
So it is just kind of, they're all doing the same thing, But like Captain Barbossa is just the best example of that. So
I mean, hey, at least they're putting a spin on it with Juba.
Yeah.
At least he wants to fuck Kull.
He wants to fuck Kull. Yeah, but who doesn't in this movie?
Come on,
everybody wants him.
Sorbonator.
Everyone wants a piece of the Sorb. The Sorb orb. We all want to. We all want Sorbs, orbs, and yeah. They're adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable. Whatever.
Adorbs.
Adorable. Yeah. So yeah, they get a boat from Captain Barbossa.
Awesome.
And they set sail, and Taligaro sets sail after them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then whatever. Kull and the crew, they have like drunk shenanigans on the boat.
He gets roofied.
Yeah, he gets roofied. And he wakes up the next morning and he's like tied up and he's looking around. He's like, what happened? Juba is like, yeah, I'm going to sell you.
Yeah, I'm going to double cross you because I'm a pirate.
Yeah. And the whole time, like before this happens, Kull's like, yeah, he's going to double cross us. We should like be on guard and wary and stuff. And just, yeah, the thing that he said would happen happens. It's not really a twist or anything. It's not narratively interesting.
Yeah.
It just kind of is expected. And it's like, yeah, why'd you get on this guy's boat at all?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess you need a boat.
You need a boat. And you need a boat for a boat fight. Because, yeah, this...
That's great.
And it's like...
It's great.
What can I even say specifically about this fight? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even...
It's a fight at sea. And the end result is that, like, Juba and the bad pirates are all cast away.
Knocked off into the sea.
And, like, the slaves are...
I can't swim!
Oh, yeah, he's a pirate, but he can't swim. That's funny.
Isn't that fucking funny?
Yeah.
Laugh, you idiot.
Look, you love the 19-year-old joke, but for whatever reason, you're not laughing at our smart, funny, anti-pirate commentary.
Yeah, come on.
So yeah, the slaves are driving the boat now. And yeah, Kull is on the ship, getting it on with Zoretta, but he hallucinates Akivasha, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means for his character, really, but it happens.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Scar guy, what was his name? Inaros. The one who summoned Akivasha to begin with.
He's trying to get with her.
He wants to get it on with her. It's a love triangle.
Ooh.
Because Akivasha still wants Kull, and Inaros is very unhappy about that.
Yeah.
That's that scene.
Scene.
That's what happens there.
Next scene.
Isle of Ice. We're in the Isle of Ice.
Spooky.
Everything's cold, and it sounds like styrofoam crackling.
Oh, my God. It was actually, you know, some people, right, they have, like, different triggers for either nails on a chalkboard, cutting styrofoam. For me, styrofoam just sends me off.
Yeah.
Okay? So when they decide, oh, what is two icebergs being, like, cracked? Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I'm just
quite
like,
bad.
I'm taking, like, psychic damage through the screen.
I can see him writhing and melting away.
I don't know. The worst decision of this movie, in my opinion, was to do that.
I think the worst decision was greenlighting the movie, but that's,
yeah, right.
That's fair.
Sinking $30 million into this film.
35,
yeah.
Million. But yeah, so we pan over a shot of like all of the ships, you know, frozen in the ice. They're all whatever, like broken down and like crashed and stuff. And Kull says, the ships that never returned. And you're sitting there and you're watching this movie and you're like, yeah, Kull,
that's what
I know.
they are, buddy.
I see the ships.
That is in fact what they are.
I understand that they're the ships that never returned. And it's one of those lines, it's like an ADR line. So it's like they added that in post because they thought that we weren't smart enough to realize.
To figure out what happened here. Oh, so they think it's a legend because none of the ships ever returned, and there are all the ships right there.
And like it's not even like plot relevant, really.
No.
I don't know. Whatever. It was a nice riddle.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, like it's basically there's this like large area where there's like a bunch of frozen guys.
Yeah, if you get too close,
you get
iced.
too close. Yeah, he stabs a sword into it, and his sword like freezes in midair because that's how cold works.
Yep. Well, it's you know, godly cold, divine cold.
It's a localized radius that's so cold you can't walk through
unless the cause carries the curse of
what was false must be true. Cause be the carrier of Valka's might to defy unholy flame. That's a riddle, right? That's
riddle.
A riddle.
Riddle. Well, it is just confusing.
A confusing statement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zoretta walks to the statue.
Yeah.
Like, I guess.
Yeah.
Because a woman was the cause.
Yep.
And Zoretta is
she's
a woman, and that's her character
that's
trait.
Close
that's
enough.
her defining character
right.
trait.
What do we know about her? She is a woman.
Yeah. And they get in there. I wonder how the curse statue like detects genitalia. I wonder.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Clearly in this world there's some like weird gender essentialism going on.
Yeah, so whatever. She gets in there, she starts praying to the statue.
Mm-hmm.
She says, though I am not pure, my love is strong. Which, feels if I'm like a god of antiquity who, whatever, wants virgins or whatever, is that plea gonna work?
Is that gonna work? I don't know.
Maybe not.
This is just like in Barbarians. And they're like, we need to find like the Virgin Queen, and it turns out, it was
enough of the subtleties.
It didn't matter. It wasn't a virgin. Doesn't matter at all.
Because how do you detect that at all?
Yeah, right. Stupid, dumb.
It's dumb. Virginity doesn't exist.
It's not real.
It's patriarchy.
It's not real.
That's what this podcast.
Yeah, man, my
is
body
about.
counts -1.
Yeah. I don't know how to carry off that bit, but and Taligaro pulls up. Speaking of a -1 body count,
yeah, right. Come on, a mega virgin.
Pulls in, and he fights called. Everybody
awesome.
fights.
Yeah,
it's an ice fight. Ice fight.
They're like skating around.
Yeah. Which they really could have capitalized on that more.
I know they really didn't do very much,
but
with
they
it.
just don't. And Volka like vapes into Zoretta's mouth. Yeah. Which is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
It's true. This is how it feels.
Because the breath goes into her and she's like, she's like shivering. And she's gonna be cold for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Yep.
For the rest of the film, she'll be playing the part of cold woman. Frigid.
Acting.
She's always shaking. So cold. Ascalante is stabbed.
No.
Yep. He like runs up to Taligaro for some reason.
Yeah.
Not even to like save Kull, I feel.
I don't know.
Runs up.
Right. Just picking a fight.
Yeah, and he gets stabbed. And Taligaro like takes Zoretta and traps Kull and Ascalante in the cave.
No.
Yeah, Ascalante dies.
At least he's gonna die and not his sister. At least for once, a side male character dies.
Yeah, and it's like, why did we have him in the movie at all?
No, we didn't need him even a little bit.
Yeah, like he has this bit that you think they're gonna capitalize more on, where like he's a monk, so he can't kill people, and that doesn't really come back ever after they mention it the first time. Yeah.
And then he dies.
Good riddance, I say.
Yeah.
Kull gets his famous axe. His famous trademark axe.
The Kull axe.
Because, like I said before, there's a bunch of like frozen guys in this area, and one of the guys has an axe. Like they all have different weapons, and Kull picks them up throughout the course of the fight.
Since they walked into the ice cave, I was just waiting for him to pick up the fucking frozen axe.
Yeah, the famous trademark Kull axe. And yeah, he has it, and he starts like hacking into the Volka statue. Like a flood comes out from like the tears of the statue.
Sorry, Volka.
My bad.
I'm gonna have to swim through you.
Yeah, and he hacks into it. And he's out. He escaped.
Awesome.
And then Kull rocks up to the Aquilonia. It's back to Aquilonia, and like the sorceress like does this like spell where she creates a wall of flame,
of fire,
which just looks really wimpy. And I feel like I could just run through it.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't stop me.
Wouldn't stop a guy like me. But it stops Kull for a little bit, but not too long.
He Tarzan's over that shit,
Yeah, he swings over
pretty easily.
Tarzan Jack Sparrow's over it, and he gets in. Akivasha, she's wigging out. She's like starting to transform. It's like a demon.
Well, yeah, the Goblin Moon is rising. It's gonna be a Goblin eclipse.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned all the Goblin Moon scenes, but like throughout the movie, there's been different scenes where like you'll see the moon and you'll see a goblin face kind of peek in for a second. Whoop. Is it time? Is it Goblin Moon time?
Almost time.
Which, like, if I'm like an astronomer or something,
if I'm a regular guy, it's like, what the fuck?
I look up and I just see. Whoop.
Ooh. It's like, Jesus Christ, call somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
I'm praying.
What do I do if I see a Goblin Moon? What do I do today in the year of our Lord 2024? If I see a Goblin Moon. Nothing at all.
Yeah, right. Go about my day.
There's so much other shit going on. I can't deal with
Keep
the Goblin
my head
Moon.
down.
I can't reach for the stars.
So much shit happening in the world today.
Yeah,
Can't
sometimes
deal with
the
that.
celestial bodies turn into goblins.
It just happens,
That's just how it works now.
That's how it goes down.
Yeah, so because of that, she's turning into a demon. The effect looks terrible.
Oh, the CGI is so bad.
Yeah.
Probably the worst CGI I've ever seen.
It's quite bad, but she's not fully CGI yet. She's just kind of like...
Yeah, she's like in between.
Yeah.
In between.
Taligaro throws Zoretta into the fire while Akivasha's in there.
Just the most half-hearted double crossing I've ever seen.
Yeah, because like she's in the fire. She's like hanging out in there. She's like powering up. Taligaro walks in holding Zoretta and just kind of tosses her in.
Well, before he does, he just rocks up and he's like, "Now I'm gonna kill you." It's like, what? Why would you announce your whole plan?
I don't, because now, I mean, it doesn't work, and you've just shown your whole ass.
Yeah.
Like you're you're exposed, and she's a demon lady. She's going to kill you.
The other shoe is about to drop.
Yeah. Shit's gonna hit the fan.
Hey, thank God Kull rocks up at the last moment.
Yeah. And Kull rocks up. Taligaro, for whatever reason, his whole plan has failed.
Yeah, he's not going to be king now.
He's not going to be king, but he attacks Kull for no reason, dies, or gets stabbed.
Well,
he gets stabbed.
Doesn't die quite yet.
A fatal blow, I'll say. It looks fatal.
Yeah, a blow that should have taken him out.
Yeah, next Inaros, the Scar guy, he rocks up.
He has the most half-hearted attempt at stopping Kull.
It's pretty cool. Like he walks in, he puts out his arm like Thor.
Yeah.
A staff comes into his hands. He points a staff at Kull, like a snake fires off, but it's like a snake, like cane. Like, it just kind of looks like a snake. It
turns into a snake in midair.
Yeah, right. Which cool. It's like an offensive Moses move.
Yeah, right. That's what I would have done were I Moses.
If there was like a Mortal Kombat game for like the Old Testament, I feel like that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Doing all that. But yeah, and it doesn't work. Kull like throws the snake back at him.
Hilarious.
Because of course.
Bites his nose, falls back into the fire, vaporized. It's fucking vaporized.
It's the best death in this movie. Maybe the best scene in this movie is that.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah. And yeah, so Zoretta's on the ground. She's still shivering.
Yeah, she's like near death, presumably.
Near death. And because like a body can only hold the breath of Valka for so long. That's how I rationalized it.
Sure. That works.
And like, she's like, "Oh, kiss me. Keep my body warm with your last breaths." Yeah. Kisses her. The breath of Valka. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She boofs into his mouth.
Yep. Yep.
And he has the breath of Valka. He walks up to Akivasha. She's like, "Ooh."
Kiss me.
Yeah, now she's fully CGI demon. And it just looks vile.
Oh my God. It looks so fucking gross, too.
It's honestly so cool because of what happens.
Think about
next.
for the nerds, who should be everyone at this point,
right,
honestly.
Of course.
Who played Super Smash Bros. Like Ridley.
Yeah, it looks exactly like
Ridley ass.
It looks exactly
Ridley
like Ridley.
Ass.
Whoa, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. That must have been what I was thinking of. Yeah. Because I knew she looked familiar, but I didn't know exactly what it was. It's Ridley.
Deformed dragon thing. These gnarly teeth. Like dripping flesh.
Kiss me, Kull.
Come here.
Come here.
And he's like, "All right."
Oh, yeah.
So he walks up
Fuck
to
her
Ridley.
up, baby.
And yeah, they smooth. And okay, he walks up. And she like looks at him. She's like, "Wait a second, something's not right here. You're too willing."
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, he's like, "Oh, don't say that. Just kiss me.
Kiss me, baby.
Kiss me, you fool." And yeah, they smooch him and Ridley. Yeah, blows the smoke, blows the breath of Valka, and
gets blown.
Yeah, he blows Ridley. And then he says the line, "The fate of my kingdom will be found within a kiss."
No.
Yeah, that's how that goes down.
She
but it's
dies.
also just like, I don't know. I get it. I got that was the thing that she said was gonna happen earlier.
I got it. Yeah.
You didn't need to also say that.
I'm watching. I'm watching the movie.
I've been awake this whole time.
It's sad for me.
Somehow I've been awake. Taligaro pops up again for some reason. Like he's grabbed Zoretta, who at this point now has like rogue hair. She has like the white bits in the front.
She's been rogued.
She rogued out. And he's holding her hostage. He says, "Oh, well, give up the kingdom and you can have your woman." And Kull like stands there for a bit longer, like considering the offer.
Does not want to give up the kingdom.
Doesn't want to give up the kingdom. Somehow his axe ends up in like a whirlpool around the like fire, which is now going out. But I guess
now it's like an ice vortex.
It's like an ice vortex. So I guess Valka is doing this. Valka is like
helping him out, maybe.
Helping him out. Yeah. And like he swings the axe around. It comes into Kull's hand, and he like stabs into Caligaro. He doesn't even say duck. He just swings at her.
I thought he said something.
No, he
does
down. Not. He doesn't say get down. He swings at her.
Okay.
She ducks, thank God.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as she ducks, she like gives her a haircut.
Yeah, because he's grabbing her hair. So.
Yeah, gives her a haircut, and then he kills Caligaro.
Wow, the last villain dead.
Yeah, and
now we can rule in peace, thank God.
Rule in peace. So yeah, now Zaretta has like the rogue bit in the front, but also like a Karen haircut, if you can imagine that.
Yeah, because somehow him chopping off like 5 hairs resulted in her just getting an entirely new look.
Maybe that's like what her character looks like in the Kull stuff. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't even know if she is a character in Kull, really. I haven't seen her.
Yeah.
But she probably is. She probably exists. But yeah, like she has a bad haircut, and they're gonna rule the kingdom together. And yeah, Kull gets recrowned as king. Which I guess he wasn't ever like not king.
Yeah, he was always
king. I guess he was
king.
dead.
As long as he was alive, he was king.
Yeah. So they're recrowning him for some reason. And this time he like walks off before they put the crown on him. He's still the king, but they just didn't put the crown on him. And he like immediately as his first act walks up to the like tablet, Hammurabi's code,
all of the society's laws.
And he says, "All the slaves shall be free," and then hacks into the Hammurabi's code. And like the vizier guy's like, wait, chill out. Wait, the laws.
No, but all of our laws.
But that's not. It's not just slavery stuff. That's all of our laws.
Yeah, it's all the laws.
That's laws.
Yeah. Nobody wrote them down.
Exactly.
Now they're gone.
Well, they wrote them down. It was on the tablet.
It was on the tablet. Fuck, dude.
So yeah, they're a lawless kingdom now.
Awesome.
And Varys is like, but sir, the precedent. And he's like, well, if you want precedent, step up to me. Try to kill me.
Why don't you be king?
Yeah. And he's like, well, okay.
Fuck it.
Okay, fine.
You're right.
Good point. And he says his famous line. He walks up.
By this axe
I shall rule.
Yeah. Yay! And everyone in the crowd for the millionth time. In this like change of power.
Because they're all Kull fans. They know Kull's catchphrase.
They know.
It's not even. It's not Kull's catchphrase, but
close enough.
But yeah, him and Zaretta are married, and there are no more laws.
Awesome.
Well, that's the movie. And because by this axe I shall rule. Good note to end this movie on, like talking about Kull stuff. That's the name of the final Kull short story. Like the very last thing before Robert E. Howard came to his senses and started writing Conan short stories.
Yeah.
And yeah, like basically there's like a weird kind of gray area because like the story that was the last Kull story gets rewritten and turned into The Phoenix on the Sword, which is the first Conan short story, which is by all accounts better.
Yeah, that is funny because that's in the trivia as well.
Yeah.
Ironic then that this became a film in the Conan genre, but would it surprise you? Okay, this is 1997. Original Conan is 1982.
Yeah.
The next Conan the Destroyer, is like 1984.
Good year.
Would it surprise you to believe that this Conan's title, this film's title, was in fact not called The Conqueror? It was Conan the Conqueror.
Yeah.
And the script was written for Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he turned down the role. And Kevin Sorbo said, I don't want to be Conan. I want to be something new. And they said, okay, you can be Kull. This is a Kull movie from now on.
Whoa. Okay. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I guess that's why he like has a sword for the whole movie. I guess. But it's like, I feel like he's doing things that I would really more associate with Kull. Like, it makes sense this is a Kull movie.
Well, I'm sure they attempted to rewrite the script.
Yeah. Interesting.
Hilarious. Yeah, Arnold just said no. Yeah. I'm not doing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, fair, I guess. If I saw the script, I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah. So, ironic then that the original short story, which was rewritten as a Conan short story, was planned to be a Conan movie, but was then rewritten as a Kull movie.
God. And maybe that's something, Kull as like a character.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have a lot going on. Like, I don't know. You could say the same about Conan, kind of, but Conan has like the vibes.
He does have vibes. Major
Conan
vibes.
is like a thing in itself, you know. We're like, Kull is just a, you know, whatever. And, you know, I'm speaking from a perspective of someone who's like really only read the Kull comics.
Sure.
I haven't read like the short stories, or maybe he's great.
Maybe he's awesome.
Maybe he's amazing. But he just kind of sucks on ice. I don't know. He's like not very cool.
Yeah.
And like it kind of comes through in this movie. It's just you wish you were watching Conan.
You do.
You're not.
Yeah, so, you know, to answer the question of the mysterious coincidence of why so many people who worked on this film worked on Conan.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a Conan film.
Yeah, and I guess, that makes sense. But it would be like a shitty Conan film.
I mean, I don't blame Marlon for turning this down. I would have turned this down as well.
What we eventually end up getting is like an okay Kull movie, because Kull is bad and stupid. But like a horrible Conan movie. I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know. I would have liked for it to be like him as a king for the whole movie, because I would at least differentiate it from Conan a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know why it has to be like a swashbuckling adventure when he's a king. That's his
he's a king.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, not only was it a swashbuckling adventure in some respects, but it was a family-friendly film, PG-13.
Sure. Yeah.
And apparently there was some drama about that, because the movie was supposed to be R, as any decent Conan film should be. But Kevin Sorbo refused to star in the picture if it was rated R. It was changed to PG-13. And one of the guys who worked on the movie...
How fucking rich is that? To be like the second choice for a film.
And then you're like, no, we're going to do it different. We're going to do it the way I want to do it.
Crazy.
But apparently, Charles Edward Pogge said later of this that the studio relented to the demands of an imbecile and turned this very adult property and horror property into a family-friendly film.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
I do think it's funny to like phrase that whole thing as the studio relenting to the demands of an imbecile.
Like he's just a child.
Right.
The nuclear codes.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Would this movie being R make it better? If we saw like whatever the weird sex scene between him and Akira fully.
If somebody got beheaded at one point.
Yeah, would that make this movie good?
No, it wouldn't make it better, maybe.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, Arnold Schwarzenegger still turned this movie down.
Yeah.
Despite, whatever, Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah,
I think that's a fine film.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. What's the Christmas one he did? I don't like that one. Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way. He said yes to Jingle All the Way. Said no to this.
Yeah, right. What does that say? And Kevin Sorbo was so proud of this film. Yeah. Similar to how we talked about, I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, that Arnold, he kept... the
sword.
He kept the sword.
Did he keep the axe?
He kept the axe. Kevin Sorbo kept the axe, and he put it up in his office.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
He's just not quite
what he
good,
does.
Is he? He's just, he keeps getting these roles, but he's like quite bad.
Oh, he's quite bad.
He's pretty bad.
Well, what I didn't realize was just like how many Hercules films were made with Kevin Sorbo.
Oh yeah.
Just so many.
Yeah.
Why?
And I wonder if their films are just episodes of the show, like condensed into 2-hour chunks. But I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's really staggering.
Maybe we'll find out someday.
And maybe I'll find out someday why they keep coming back for the Sorb.
Yeah.
They keep asking.
Well, you're saying you weren't absorbed in the Sorb?
I was mildly absorbed.
Okay.
I was.
Well, at the end of the day, you can afford the Sorb.
Well, that's true.
In a way
that's true.
Yeah, you can't afford other things.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he'll do it on the cheap.
He is.
As long as
Kevin Sorbo is like
PG-13.
the Arnolds we have at home.
Yeah, greater value Arnold.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom, can we see Conan? It's Conan, but we have called the Conqueror at home.
It's so funny because, like, if Villeneuve's Dune was made a bit earlier, or if the Lynch Dune was made a bit later, Kevin Sorbo would have been Duncan Idaho.
Yeah.
I believe that. I think that's true.
Yeah.
And we just don't live in that universe, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Yeah.
I wish we did. God.
I do imagine him more as Duncan Idaho than Jason Momoa somehow. Yeah. Just like a nondescript man. I don't know.
Well, now he's far too old. By the time we reach 2014,
Tales of an Ancient Empire,
it's not.
He's
lost
not.
It. Yeah.
You've
Whatever magic he has.
Yeah.
If he ever had any magic, it was lost.
Because it feels like in that movie, he's just trying to like channel Chris Pratt in some weird way. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. This movie's okay.
Yeah. I didn't enjoy it, I guess.
No.
Really.
No. Are we supposed to do that for the movies?
Yeah. But there were just some moments of extreme passion and emotion. Like when I first glimpsed the Goblin Moon.
Yeah. That I said earlier that the snake staff scene was the best thing in the movie. The Goblin Moon's the best.
The Goblin Moon was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Or when Akibasha fully turned into like a CGI 90s video game. Like it was just oh my god, your brain is like melting and bending.
It's so good. It's
really good. But I don't know if you need to watch the whole movie to see those scenes. $4, this movie set us back.
Yeah, and that was a mistake, I must say, about renting this film. But we
did it for you.
We did it for you, the noble, kind listener.
Yeah.
Our dearest listener.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't have to suffer through anything like that again next week. But there's really no guarantees.
No promises. That's the thing about, Sword and Sorcery viewing. No guarantees.
No guarantees.
You never know what you're getting into.
For good or ill.
Uh-huh.
And, next week there will be both good and ill. As typically.
Because we'll be good and we'll
fashion.
be ill.
We'll be ill. We'll be sick. Nasty.
When we talk about...
Should we do Wizards?
Go
back to Ralph Bakshi?
Yeah. Let's get back to Bakshi.
We're getting back to Bakshi.
Back to Bakshi.
Wizards.
Yeah. Yeah.
You may have seen an ad for it on YouTube. I feel like I had this movie recommended to me on like the YouTube, YouTube movies. You can like rent them.
Yeah. I've definitely
They kept trying to push this movie on me.
Well, because they know what we're into.
They know what we're into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps we will have something interesting to talk about. I'm just tired of seeing these human actors.
Yeah, I just don't like seeing the human face. I want to see animated.
Yeah,
I want to see recreations, representations of.
I want to see some goddamn rotoscoping.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to get.
And you really only get that from the Baksh.
You do.
From the Baksh.
You do. It's the Bakshi special.
Yeah, the Baksh promise.
And you can find it wherever you find movies on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Let's hope YouTube. Don't support Jeff Bezos.
There are other places to find movies. I won't go into detail.
Well, I couldn't, for whatever reason.
I couldn't go into
the examples escape me, but I'm sure there must be. In the World Wide Web, there must be some recourse.
Yeah, right. Hopefully there'll be some themes we can talk about in this next movie.
Yeah, we haven't had themes in a while, have we?
Themes are tough. It's tough to find themes in a movie.
Okay, what's the theme of this movie? Well, you need fire and ice.
Okay.
But sometimes the ice has to like take out the fire.
Yeah. Don't be greedy, maybe.
Don't be greedy. Don't hook up with witches. Yeah. Only hook up with astrology GFs, which is like in the gateway to witch GF, but it's like
you
not
would think
quite
it would be a stepping stone. You're gonna end up with demon witch GF eventually.
That's the gateway girlfriend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You
but
start,
I guess,
whatever.
Yeah.
She likes crystals. She likes. She tells you your birth chart or whatever. Pretty soon you're gonna be dating somebody who's collecting your hair.
Not good.
Doing hexes on you. Not good. Stay with the astrology lady.
Yeah.
That's the theme of this movie.
That's the theme.
Yeah. Stay with astrology ladies. They're cool and nice. Yeah.
I hope you all learned something.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn you something today.
Learn you something.
Learn you something about astrology GFs.
Kevin knows a thing or two about that.
Yeah. He's a man of God. How dare you? Impugn his reputation.
Perhaps God's not dead after all.
Oh, he's truly alive.
Living on the inside.
Run like a lion?
Yeah.
Like a lion.
It's probably better if we don't get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them less about our origin stories.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, but 1977 Wizards, an origin story of sorts for the genre.
1977, yeah. 5 years before Conan.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be more, general. I don't want to say general fantasy. Because what does that even mean?
Yeah, right.
What does that really?
It's all
even
fantasy.
Mean? It's all just words.
All
anyway.
of life is fantasy when you really think about it.
It's true. What did Tolkien say? All stories, human stories, are about
Jesus.
death or something.
They're all about Jesus and the Lord.
The Lord our God.
Uh-huh.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Just a horrible oversimplification of his ideas.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure it's just an allegory for like World War II or something.
Yeah. I think he said that life is an allegory
for World War II.
Yeah.
The Dark Lord is probably Hitler. I don't know.
Probably. Who knows? Yeah.
Orcs are not racial in any way.
Stop thinking about that.
Stop reading into the
all
word.
German.
Just
all the
take
orcs
it for
are
what
German.
It is. God damn it.
Yeah.
We'll be taking it for what it is next week. As we often do.
And you can take us for what we are.
Oh, right now.
Take us for all we
Not much.
Next time on
Sorta Sorcery. See ya.
Bye.